Hello there, the Uneducated Businessman here. Sorry if you can hear a bit of a hum in the background. I'm at a supercharger getting some juice into the vehicle. Problem with electric vehicles are sometimes you forget to charge them up, and when you are in a rush and you've got no battery, it's a pain, because unlike petrol, where you can find a garage pretty much anywhere and quickly fill up, with these electric cars it takes a little bit longer. And to cap it all, I kind of got into a telephone conversation driving down to London, and got so into the conversation I passed the supercharger and then realised about 20 miles down the road and had to whip back. So I'm incredibly late today, which isn't good. So I thought, while I sit here, I will do a little video on investing Bitcoin and defend myself a little bit. I did a video a few days ago, and it's the first time I've done anything on maybe the economy rather than small business videos, and someone jumped on and made a comment that this is just another moaning channel. And I've not done many videos. I think this will be the 60th, and I don't think I've moaned in any of them, to be honest with you. But my point is, you sometimes get a reaction when people say things that can be really negative and can kind of get you a little bit. And I've got to be honest, my first thought was, a little bit angry, because I don't think I moan. I think I try to stay positive. I try to give my views on things, and in the whole try to put a spin on things that will hopefully help people. But after a little while I sat down and thought, well, maybe this person does think I'm moaning, and that's their right. I can't change that. And if they've listened to what I've got to say and felt it was a bit whingy, a bit moany, then it kind of doesn't matter really, does it? It's just their opinion, and I should take it as constructive feedback and try to improve and try to get better and try to do something that maybe doesn't come across as moany. But the point is, you can never please everyone in life. I don't know how many people will see this video. I think the other video's got about 2,000 views, and that's one negative comment. So that's not bad really, is it? So it's not going to deter me. It's not going to stop me doing things I want to do. And I think it's a lesson for people that if you go through life trying to please everybody and trying to think about in your mind how you're going to make a video that doesn't upset anybody, pleases everybody, and makes everybody like you, you're never going to do anything. You're never going to actually release that video. And that was my problem in the past. It's probably why I deleted more videos than I actually published, because when I watched them back I would think, oh, that comes across a bit whingy, or that doesn't come across right, or you look awful in this one, or you sound awful in that one, people aren't going to like that one. And I never posted anything. And it's not until you start to just swallow the fear and just get things out there that you can see that, yeah, you're not going to please everybody, but actually there are going to be some people you please, and you don't have to please everybody. If I do a video and a few people like it and a few people benefit from it, then it's worthwhile doing. So anyway, constructive criticism, I'll take it. I'm not going to moan in this video. I'm going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin and why I like Bitcoin, why I buy Bitcoin, because the person also said in his comment that any smart person would like to know how to invest their money and what steps to take. And that's a really fair point. That's a really valid point. That's what we all should be looking to do. We are coming into a period of very, very high uncertainty. I'm not moaning, but we are. And knowing what to do, or having an idea of what to do, is going to help us out massively. And those who don't do anything, I think, will get left behind and struggle. And those who at least try will at least have the knowledge that they tried, even if it doesn't work out. You'll have the knowledge that you tried, and you try to make things better for yourself and your family. And that's what I do with Bitcoin. I don't profess to completely understand it. I really don't. But I do believe in it. I believe it has a future. I believe it's the start of something new, a new system, a new way of working, a new way of communicating. And I look at Bitcoin very similar to the internet in many ways. Now, I'm old enough to remember when the internet first came out. So I've lived life without the internet. And when it first came out, a lot of people looked at it and said it would never take off. It would never work. It was ridiculous. It was a bubble. And people would invest into certain companies that use the internet, and they went up for a period of time, crashed, and a lot of them went out of business, and then it picked up again, and the internet is what it is now. You can't imagine living life without the internet. And it's kind of the same with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and blockchains. People look at it and they think it's a hype. They think it's of no value. They think it's something that won't be around forever, and they poo-poo it. Some will invest in it, some won't. Some invest in it when it's high, and then when it dips, panic and get out and sell when it's low, and obviously lose their money. And some, like me, just invest in it every month and keep it, no intention of selling it, hoping that it will go up. And it is just a hope. It's a hope and a belief. I don't buy it because I'm sitting here hoping it goes up. Obviously I do, but I do believe it will go up. I believe there is value in Bitcoin for two reasons, for maybe more than two reasons. But one, it has what's called a network effect. And a network effect is when you get lots of people believing in something and investing in it, it pushes the price up. And the price of Bitcoin is only there because people think it's got value, or people say it's got value, and that's because they buy it and they hold it or maybe trade it. So whilst people are buying it, it's got a value. And I believe that the amount of people buying it at the moment is very, very small compared to the amount of people that are actually could potentially be buying it. And the more people that understand about it, and the bigger the network gets, the more the price will go up. So because I consider myself still quite an early adopter of it, even though at today's date it's about $55,000, I still think that's very cheap. Now, I started buying around about $12,000, and I was buying it at $60,000, and then I was buying it again at $20,000. It's very volatile. It will go up and it will go down, and it will go up massively and it will come down massively. But to myself, I don't care, because this is how I do it. I buy a certain amount every month. I look at what I've got coming in, and I look at what I've got going out, and I look at how much I can afford to put into it. And I put a certain amount into it every month. Now that's called dollar cost averaging. So what that means is my price of my Bitcoin averages out over a period of time. So as I said, I was buying at 20,000, 17,000, 12,000, 17,000, 20,000, all the way up to 60,000. I didn't just buy it at 60,000. If I did, that would have been my price. But because I've bought it over a very, very long period of time at many different prices, the average price is a lot lower than 60,000. 60,000 was the top I bought. So I don't worry if the price goes up. I don't worry if the price goes down. I just keep buying it at a regular period of time at a set amount, averaging that price out. And in actual fact, I prefer it when the price goes down, because I'm not looking at selling it. I don't trade my Bitcoin. I keep it for the future. And my belief is in the future, because there are only a very few set amount of Bitcoins. There's only 21 million Bitcoins that will ever exist in the world. The more people that are buying it, the more the price will go up, because it's something that has limited amount. The supply is limited, it's capped. You can't get more than 21 million Bitcoins. So because it's got a capped supply, if the demand is very, very high, it will push that price up and up and up. And I believe, as I said, we're at a very, very early stage still. So the more people that come in and the more people that start buying, the higher the price will go. So I'm in it, like I say, for the long term. And I like to buy it when the price is low, obviously, but it still doesn't bother me buying it when the price is high. And I'm going to continue buying this for as long as possible, because I want to accumulate as many Bitcoins as I possibly can, because in the future, if Bitcoin does go to 1 million, I'm not predicting it will, I'm not clever enough to work out whether it's going to go to 1 million, but there are people out there way smarter than me that predict that's a very strong possibility. If I've got enough Bitcoins, then I've got enough to live a very nice and comfortable life for the rest of my life and support my family when I'm long gone. So that's why I buy Bitcoin. I buy it because I think it's going to give me security. I think it's probably the greatest opportunity we've got in our lifetime to get in before anybody else. If you think about it, any major company that floats on the stock exchange, any major investment, will always go to big institutional investors first, venture capitalists, sophisticated investors with very high net worths. Bitcoin is completely different. Anybody can buy it right at the start. It's the first time this has ever happened in history. So me, a little oik with not much money in the scheme of things, can go in and buy a bit of Bitcoin way before big corporations are. I mean, I bought Bitcoin before Elon Musk did at Tesla. How rare is that I could have an opportunity to do something? That doesn't come along very often. So I'm in very early. And I still think, even at $55,000, if people get in, they're getting in early. And I think it's got a long way to go price-wise. I think the more and more people that go into it, the higher the price is. The bigger the network gets, the higher the price is. The supply can never go more than 21 million, so that will push the price up as more and more people buy it. The more things that come into play along the line with cryptocurrencies using the blockchain, the more it becomes part of our everyday life. Corporations like Tesla have gone into it. Countries like El Salvador have gone into it. And this is just the start. This is just the start. What happens when more and more Teslas come along and start buying it? What happens when more and more countries come along and start adopting it? It's only going to push the price up in value. So to answer the person who made the comments question about giving step-by-step advice, my step-by-step advice is very simple. It's very basic investing, dollar cost averaging, working out how much I can put aside and just being strict enough that every month without fail I buy some at that price, regardless of what the price is, and I hold it. And that's boring. It's not sexy. It's not trading, trying to buy at a really low price, sell at a high price. Trust me, most traders I know lose all their money. They blow their accounts. They do not make money. You have to really know what you're doing to trade. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. It doesn't excite me enough to trade. But buying things and holding them for the long term does. It's a long play for me. So if I can buy it every month and I can just hold it, and one month it's 20,000 and next month it's 60,000 and the next month it's 10,000, it doesn't bother me. I don't care, because I don't look at my portfolio and think, oh my god, it was worth X amount and now it's only worth this. Oh, woe is me, I'm selling, I'm out. I don't have that fear, because I'm looking at 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line. It's a long-term play. So if that interests you, I would say get an account with Kraken or someone like that. Buy yourself a Ledger, a Nano X or a Trezor or something like that, and just put aside every month an amount that you can send to the exchange and buy the Bitcoin. Then transfer the Bitcoin from your Kraken account to your wallet, your Nano X, because that secures it for you, and it makes it very hard to lose. Problem with exchanges are they can get hacked, they can get corrupted, and you can lose your Bitcoin if you leave it on an exchange. So I would encourage anyone to get it off and get it into some sort of wallet that they can store off-site in a secure location, and password protect it, and keep your keys. Keys are 24 words that someone would have access to get into your wallet and steal your Bitcoin. So you keep your wallet, your secure wallet, in one place, and your keys in a completely separate place, and you don't tell anybody about it. You don't tell anybody where it is. So if anyone broke into your house, it's not there. You know, if anyone found your wallet, they haven't got your keys, and vice versa. And then just buy it every month, and just put it onto your wallet every month, and then, you know, every now and again have a little look and see how much it's gone up or how much it's gone down. And don't panic, just look at it as a long-term hedge, and that will get you a good start into investing. And my advice would be, well, I can't give financial advice because I'm not qualified to give financial advice, and I shouldn't say my advice. It's not advice. This is what I do. So if you want to get started and you want to copy what I do, just buy a little bit every month, what you can afford, and hold it. And that will give you a good start, and that will give you something that you can build up over a period of time. And I'll do some other videos on other things that I buy, that I look at holding, and I do every month. It's the same philosophy all the time, whether it's gold coins, silver coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other coin. I have the same philosophy, and I'll talk about things in other videos that I buy and I hold on to. And I'll talk about in another video why I don't sell it and why I don't trade it as well, because there are tax implications with trading, buying and selling, which I won't get into in this video because it'll take too long. But with buying and holding, I'm just building for the future, building wealth for the future, for the long term. And I think getting money out of the banking system as well is important at the moment. You know, I don't want money in the bank. If banks start to roll over and go under, if there's bail-ins where governments can come in and take money out of your account, you're going to lose your money. You've got money in the bank account and prices are going up, you're losing your purchasing power. But if you've got money in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going up 200%, and prices are only going up 10 to 13, or I shouldn't say only going up, but prices are going up 10 to 13%, you're still quids in. So that's the way I look at it. It's very, very simple. I have a very, very basic, easy to understand way of doing things, which I like. I buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold, never sell. And I do it with shares as well. You know, I buy and hold. I don't sell my shares. I just keep them. And I only buy certain shares that I believe in. And I'll talk about some of the shares that I've bought as well and why I've bought them. Again, still on a basic, easy to understand way of doing things. And I hope that was helpful, and I hope that gives an insight into why I do things and a little bit of an insight into Bitcoin. I'm happy to talk about it more and do more videos on this if people are interested in it. So if you are, give me a thumbs up and a comment, and if you're not, give me a thumbs down and a comment. You know, either way, just leave me a comment. Let me know if it's good, bad, indifferent, because I'm always looking to improve. Anyway, I'm the uneducated businessman, and I will see you in the next video. You take care. Bye.